I had a question from our Patreon, and this is something I was curious of as well, is how did you get connected with Nate and how did you start working together?
So, I mean, the first time I met Nate, there was a CMT had like a comedy show.
Oh, way back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh,
and Nate at that time, Nate had to be probably like in his early 20s. And he was, I'm a lot older than Nate. So I was probably, mid 30s, early mid 30s. And he was a young guy, and we just all went to Nashville, and I was like, this guy's good, And then I ran into him. I moved to New York several years later. I stay in touch with him just a little bit, and got to know him there. I think even Nate opened for me, I think like once or twice. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So we were always friendly, and you could always tell like, oh, there's something pretty special about this guy. I don't know if anybody could predict, what's going on now, but he always had sort of an ease of delivery, and like I don't know. I grew up on the road. I try to lean back and let it come to me, but I push sometimes. I push the pace, I push the volume. Nate never.
Yeah.
Ever. It's just always sort of like, I'm going to say these things, and he's kind of always been that, man. It's amazing. So I think it's, but anyways, so I knew him there. And then 800-Pound Gorilla sort of helped me maybe revive my career.
Great. Yeah.
I was like one of the first albums with them. And then Nate produced a special for Mike Vecchione, a friend of mine.
Yep.
Just awesome comic.
Very.
Really funny guy. And he was like, I'm going to direct Mike's special. And then he was like, I'm going to go to, he's like, I want to do a couple more. And he partnered with 800-Pound Gorilla because, they had the production crew and they,
Right.
So Nate directed him. And so 800-Pound Gorilla and I were working on something, it was the peanut butter thing. And, I had gone clean. I was never filthy, but I was a little profane probably 10 years ago, 20 years ago, So I'd been clean for quite a while. And they went to Nate. They're like, hey, man, I know you want to do it. Greg Warren's got a thing. And Nate's like, yeah, I know Greg. Yeah, let's see it. And so I did that with him. That was the Salesman. And he was awesome to work with. Pretty much, wasn't like telling me what to do. In the edit, he had like 4 notes, and they were all like amazing notes.
Right.
Like he called it the Salesman. I think I want to call it something like Peanut Butter Boy or something stupid. Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah, I did. It was Peanut Butter Boy. And Nate was like, no, we're not going to do that.
Right.
I had this, a lot of material. It was good material. He said it was like about like college football cheers and stuff.
Right.
And he was like, this doesn't belong in that special. Use it as something else. And then we had like an intro and me walking out, and we were trying a bunch of stuff. And late in the process, he's like, hey man, your first joke's really good. We're going to start on the joke. Like no walk up, no nothing, quick, like little title card and then the joke. And I was like, really? And they're like, man, that set the whole, like that was the only thing he really weighed in on. They were all perfect. So, yeah. So yeah. And then I also right around that time started being a guest on his podcast, and it just, Aaron and Bates and Nate and Dusty, like they're just great guys. And I have a blast on them there. And I sort of connected with his audience. And then, since then, I have a podcast called The Consumers with my 2 friends, Sean and Tim, and Nate produces that. So yeah, he's been awesome. And then, I get to open for him every now and then.
In arenas.
It's insane,
like
man.
20,000 people.
Dude, it is insane. I mean, I still get like chills watching him walk on the stage because, it's in the round. The floor's all sat. So he'll just like walk through all these people as this music, like they have this awesome hype video, and it's like all in Nate's career. He just walks. This guy just sort of glides through these
like
people.
the Messiah. He's like walking on water.
Walking through these people, like shaking hands or whatever. And they're going nuts, man. I mean, the video gets a standing ovation.
Yeah, the video's awesome.
The video's really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been pretty crazy, man.